Thanks, Olivia. All right, when they happen, monsoon storms often blow dust and leaves all over the place. We know it makes a big mess. One spot that seems to be messy this time of year as well, your pool. So you're probably saying, what can I do to make it cleaner and nicer? Make it a little easier, right? That's why Dave, the garden guy, is in Tempe with more on some pool maintenance. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Tess. Hey, listen, we're out at Poco Verde Pools and Landscape, and I'm with one of the guys. I mean, he is an old dog in this business. About, what, 50 years or so, Dave?
50 years, exactly.
Exactly, and I've known Dave for about 35 years or so. So tell me what you're doing right now.
Right now I'm brushing the pool, which is necessary to do. A lot of people say, well, my cleaning system's going to take care of it. Doesn't take care of all of it. You need to brush the pool at least once a week.
At least once a week. Now, does it make any difference between plaster or PebbleTech?
Yeah, plaster is a little bit more fragile, so it probably needs to be done at least twice a week.
Okay, and how about the particular type of brush? Just a basic nylon brush?
Just a nylon brush. You don't want anything real abrasive, especially if you have plaster, but you want something that's going to clean the pool.
Okay, so let's talk chemicals right now, because chemicals are pretty much a crucial ingredient to really keeping these pools nice and fresh, especially during this hot weather, right?
Correct, yes. And there's two basic chemicals. You got your chlorine tablets.
What you're looking at right here.
This is the most popular chlorine feeder on the market. It just floats in the pool.
So this is a floater. Basically, that chlorine tablet goes in there and just kind of self-feeds, right?
Exactly. So it's real simple.
So how do you know if you've got enough chlorine in the actual pool itself?
You need to test the pool. First of all, pools need consistency. Pick a day, pick a time, and then be consistent every week.
So same day every week, preferably same time every week, right?
Exactly. If you can't, there's always things come up, but if you can, always try to be consistent.
This is on the chemical end of it.
It's on the chemical end. You have test kits. You have the old standard test kit with the vials, and you just squirt the little liquid into each vial, and it turns a color, and it tells you what to do. The most popular, though, one now is your chlorine
test strips. And so what are we looking at?
And what you're doing is you're going to put the test strip in the pool, and then you're going to swish it around and keep it there maybe about 15 seconds. These little packets here will change colors, and then you just come over to the bottle and you match the colors, and it tells you exactly what to do.
Okay, we got less than 30 seconds here. Let's talk about muriatic acid, or the acid part of this.
Muriatic acid, the average pool is 11,000 to 15,000 gallons of water. It's going to take anywhere from 1 to 2 quarts of acid per week.
So 1 to 2 quarts of acid per week.
That's correct, and you just dump that strictly in the pool.
Okay, so there you go. So that's the basic elements. When we come back, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the actual filter, how you actually clean that and clean it properly. And, of course, well, we get certain types of effervescence or white type material on the actual tile. We're going to talk about how to clean that up, and you utilize, believe it or not, a little bit of Dawn dishwashing soap. We're going to show you how to do that and more coming up.
What?
Well, in about an hour or so, Tess.
Using Dawn?
There you go, girl. Everything you need to know about your pool and more. I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Using Dawn soap in your pool, isn't that just going to make it a bubble
bath?
Dawn
dishwashing soap. Yeah,
okay.
Well, no, we're not going to make a bubble bath, but maybe Garden Guy will go wading in there and try to clean it up a little bit here in about an hour or so.
All right.
You'll see me in the old waders and, of course, maybe get cooling off all at the same time. It is hot out here right now.
I bet you're dying to jump in there. Don't take off your clothes, though. No Speedos allowed, all right?
I can't wait. No Speedos, I promise you.
Thank you, Dave. We'll see you in a little bit again.
Even though this monsoon has really been a non-soon, we all know what it's like when those dust storms hit and our pools take a beating.
Oh, that's the worst, right? So what's the best way to clean them, and can you really pull it off yourself? Dave, the Garden Guy, is sharing some expertise with us this morning. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Sweet Pea. How are you?
Doing well. I don't want to clean up the pool myself, though.
Hey, listen, we're at Poco Verde Pools and Landscape, and of course, taking a look at some pools. I'm with one of the best in the business, 50 years of basically cleaning and installing pools, Dave Ryder. Dave, what are we looking at right here?
This is your skimmer basket.
Okay.
This basket is going to trap everything that's floating on the top of the pool. At least once a week, you need to empty it. Wow.
Uh-oh. Oh, man, you haven't been doing your job. So what does this do if you don't clean it like this?
What it does is it restricts the flow of the water, which also restricts the motor, which is going to be hard on the motor, and it's going to shorten its life.
And there's some things you need to do to the motor. Let's go on over here and take a look at one of these motors. You can see it right here. And in most of these motors, if not all of them, you've got these screening baskets, don't you?
Yeah, again, once a week, you need to take the lid off, take the basket out, clean it out, put it back in. Always make sure it goes in properly with the holes matching up. Put the lid back on, hand tighten only.
Okay, hand tighten only. And then, of course, the filter is probably one of the most important elements of actually cleaning a pool.
Water comes through here, goes through these elements. The elements trap the dirt.
Okay.
The water goes back into the pool clean. Twice a year, every April and every September, you need to take the strap off, take the top off, take the cartridge out, and hose it down.
Now, why only twice a year?
Actually, the cartridges work a little bit better when they're a little bit dirty.
Okay.
Also, the more you do it, the more you're going to wear off these cartridges.
And is there any kind of a spray pattern you want to actually use on the filter itself?
Try to go up and down, but never use more than your thumb. Don't try to use a high-pressure nozzle because that just wears them out.
And, you know, there's something else here. You got it right here. This is a shock treatment, right?
Shock treatment. Shock treatment is something you're going to use about once a month. Now, the only reason that you would use it other than once a month is if you had a party or a dust storm, you need to put it in the next day.
And last but not least, we mentioned this in the last segment, you've got a special type of cleaner that actually cleans off a lot of the calcium deposits on your tile out there, right?
Correct, and you mix it yourself. And it's very simple. You get a squirty bottle, take 2 parts of acid, 1 part of water, put a little bit of liquid Dawn or any other type of liquid dish soap in it. That kills the smell and helps it to stick.
Okay, grab a sponge, dude. We're going out. We got to cool off right now, so it's real important. Well, you got to take off the old shoes there. There you go. Come on, let's go on out there and let's take a look at what you got. Okay, grab those sponges right over there. I got to cool off anyways. This is nice. Now, what do we want to normally do? We want to go over to the tile and do this?
Over to the tile, give it a little bit of squirt, maybe do about 3 or 4 feet, and then let it set for a little bit, and then you use a sponge with an abrasive back end, and then you just scrub it.
Okay.